We are still masters of our fate. We are still captains of our souls. Broadly speaking, the short words are the best, and the old words best of all. You have enemies. Good. That means you have stood up for something, sometime in your life. Never trust a man who has not a single redeeming vice. You will make all kinds of mistakes, but as long as you are generous and true and also fierce, you cannot hurt the world or even seriously distress her. She was meant to be wooed and won by youth. It is a good thing for an uneducated man to read books of quotations. Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. I drink and smoke and I am 200% fit. Rugby is a hooligan's game played by gentlemen. We shall not flag nor fail. We shall go on to the end. Any idiot can see something wrong. But can you see what is right? Sure I am of this, that you have only to endure to conquer. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Oh, what is the matter with poor Puggy Wug? Pet him and kiss him and give him a hug. Run and fetch him a suitable drug. Wrap him up tenderly all in a rug. That is the way to cure Puggy Wug. A vocabulary of truth and simplicity will be of service throughout your life. If the past sits in judgment on the present, the future will be lost. If this is a blessing, it is certainly very well disguised. And you, madam, are ugly, but I shall be sober in the morning. It is sheer laziness not compressing thought into a reasonable space. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. A politician needs the ability to foretell what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year, and to have the ability afterwards to explain why it didn't happen. When we run out of money, we have to start thinking. Courage is rightly considered the foremost of the virtues, for upon it all others depend. We shall fight in parking lots, we shall fight in empty fields and on wide streets, we shall never surrender. A day away from Chartwell is a day wasted. No one ever finds life worth living, one has to make it worth living. Better to dare mighty things and fail than to live in a gray twilight where there is neither victory nor defeat. We are shaping the world faster than we can change ourselves, and we are applying to the present the habits of the past. The whole of northern Norway was covered with snow to depths which none of our soldiers had ever seen, felt, or imagined. There were neither snowshoes nor skis, still less skiers. We must do our best. Thus began this ramshackle campaign. Men and kings must be judged in the testing moments of their lives. Courage is rightly esteemed the first of human qualities, because, as has been said, it is the quality which guarantees all others. The reservist is twice the citizen. Without victory there is no survival. The man who can master his time can master nearly anything. My rule of life prescribed as an absolutely sacred right smoking cigars and also the drinking of alcohol before, after, and if need be during all meals and in the intervals between them. Sure I am of this, that you have only to endure to conquer. You have only to persevere to save yourselves, and to save all those who rely upon you. You have only to go right on, and at the end of the road, be it short or long, victory and honor will be found. What a fool I have been! No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. I may be drunk, miss, but in the morning I will be sober and you will still be ugly. In handing over the government of India to these so-called political classes, we are handing over to men of straw, of whom, in a few years, no trace will remain. The day may dawn when fair play, love for one's fellow men, respect for justice and freedom will enable tormented generations to march forth serene and triumphant from the hideous epoch in which we have to dwell. Meanwhile, never flinch, never weary, never despair. Science should be on tap, not on top. No sky is heavy if the heart be light. To be really happy and really safe, one ought to have at least 2 or 3 hobbies, and they must all be real. Don't talk to me about naval tradition, it is nothing but rum, sodomy, and the lash. I never slept as soundly as the night following Pearl Harbor, for I knew that the American race would now be entering the war and it would never be the same. We are happier in many ways when we are old than when we were young. The young sow wild oats. The old grow sage. The substitution of the internal combustion engine for the horse marked a very gloomy milestone in the progress of mankind. The flags of the Confederate States of America were very important and a matter of great pride to those citizens living in the Confederacy. They are also a matter of great pride for their descendants as part of their heritage and history. Tidiness is a virtue, symmetry is often a constituent of beauty. Time passes swiftly, but is it not joyous to see how great and growing is the treasure we have gathered together, amid the storms and stresses of so many eventful and to millions tragic and terrible years? At the beginning of this war, megalomania was the only form of sanity. You ought to let the Jews have Jerusalem. It was they who made it famous. Danger gathers upon our path. We cannot afford, we have no right, to look back. We must look forward. The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see. You create your own universe as you go along. You must look at facts because they look at you. For myself, I am an optimist. It does not seem to be much use to be anything else. Christmas is a season not only of rejoicing, but of reflection. Do not trust any statistics you did not fake yourself. If you don't take change by the hand, it will take you by the throat. There are plenty of good ideas, if only they can be backed with the power of action.